As the philosopher Seneca once said, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Overthinking is a common ailment of the mind, often leading us down rabbit holes of worry and anxiety. More detrimental than beneficial, it can cloud our judgment and hinder our progress. But what if we told you, the art of Stoicism, an ancient Greek philosophy, holds the antidote to this mental malady? Offering practical solutions, it guides us to a clearer mind. In the next few minutes, we will explore 9 Stoic ways to stop overthinking. Overthinking is like a hamster on a wheel, constantly going but getting nowhere. Once in motion, it's an endless cycle of thoughts, each one feeding the next, creating a whirlwind of worry and doubt. It's like trying to navigate through a foggy forest where every tree is a thought and every thought is a possible wrong turn. This relentless mental chatter not only drains your energy, but it can also rob you of the present moment and fuel anxiety. From a Stoic perspective, overthinking is seen as an impediment to achieving tranquility and inner peace. The Stoics believed in embracing the present, accepting things as they are, and not wasting energy on what cannot be controlled. Overthinking, with its focus on past regrets and future anxieties, is in direct contradiction to these principles. It's a burdensome distraction that pulls you away from the calm waters of the present. So, how do we combat this? Let's delve into the Stoic solutions to this modern-day problem. The first Stoic way to stop overthinking is to live in the present. This principle is about embracing the here and now, rather than dwelling on the past or fretting about the future. Picture the Stoic philosopher standing firm amidst the storm of life, focusing solely on the moment at hand. This isn't about ignoring the past or future, but rather about recognizing that the present is the only thing we really have control over. The second Stoic way is about accepting what we can't control. It's about understanding that some things are simply beyond our reach. It's the rain that spoils the picnic, the traffic that makes us late, the sudden illness that upends our plans. These things are not in our control, so why waste energy fretting over them? The third Stoic principle is to focus on action rather than worry. Instead of spending hours ruminating on what might go wrong, the Stoic advises us to take action, to plan, to prepare, to do what is in our power to do, and then let go of the rest. These initial steps set the foundation for a Stoic approach to overthinking. Continuing our journey, the fourth Stoic way is to practice negative visualization. This is not about pessimism, but rather preparation. Imagine the worst-case scenario and how you would cope. This way, when difficulties arise, they won't catch you off guard. Moving on to the fifth Stoic way, we delve into understanding the impermanence of things. This is the principle of learning to let go. Everything around us is temporary, and acknowledging this fact allows us to appreciate the present moment and adapt to change more readily. Lastly, the sixth Stoic way encourages us to embrace obstacles as opportunities. It's about turning adversity on its head and using it as a stepping stone towards growth. For instance, the challenge of public speaking could be viewed as an opportunity to improve communication skills. These principles, when implemented, can help reshape our thinking patterns and reduce overthinking. As we move forward, you'll notice a common theme. Stoicism encourages a shift in perspective. The seventh Stoic way to stop overthinking involves the art of non-judgment. It's about realizing that our judgments often cloud our thoughts, creating unnecessary worry. Consider a rainy day. Instead of judging it as bad, see it as simply weather. This approach frees our mind from the chains of overthinking. Moving on to the eighth principle, valuing virtue over pleasure. Pleasure is transient and can often lead to overthinking about how to maintain it. Virtue, on the other hand, is constant. It's about acting with integrity regardless of the circumstances. This shift in focus can drastically reduce overthinking. Lastly, the ninth Stoic way encourages seeking wisdom from others. No man is an island. Sharing our thoughts and hearing different perspectives can help us think more clearly and reduce overthinking. These 9 Stoic ways not only combat overthinking, but they also promote a more fulfilling and peaceful life. Embrace them and see how your life transforms. To recap, Stoicism offers us a roadmap to escape the labyrinth of overthinking. It's a journey that begins with acceptance, the first Stoic principle we discussed. Accepting the things we cannot control liberates us from the mental chains of worry and stress. It helps us focus on the things we can change, thus paving the way to a more serene and balanced life. The second Stoic principle we delved into was the practice of living in the present moment. By anchoring ourselves in the here and now, we can minimize the distractions of past regrets and future anxieties. This can lead to a clearer mind and a more focused approach to life. Our exploration then led us to the third Stoic principle, which is understanding our own nature. By recognizing our strengths and weaknesses, we can better navigate the trials and tribulations of life. This understanding equips us to make better decisions and to be less affected by external circumstances. We then moved on to the fourth Stoic principle, which is the cultivation of indifference towards things that don't matter. By discerning between what is essential and what is trivial, we can avoid wasting our mental energy on irrelevant matters. This helps us to maintain our composure and our focus on what truly counts. The fifth principle we touched upon was the practice of negative visualization. By contemplating worst-case scenarios, we can prepare ourselves mentally for any eventuality. This can make us more resilient and less likely to be thrown off balance by unexpected developments. The sixth principle was the practice of self-denial. By occasionally denying ourselves comforts, we can strengthen our willpower and become less dependent on external circumstances for our happiness. Then we discussed the seventh Stoic principle, which is the pursuit of wisdom. By seeking knowledge and understanding, we can broaden our perspective and become more open-minded. This can help us to see things from different angles and to avoid jumping to conclusions. The eighth principle we explored was the practice of amor fati, or love of fate. By embracing whatever life throws at us, we can remain calm and composed, even in the face of adversity. Finally, the ninth Stoic principle we reflected upon was the practice of memento mori, or remembering our mortality. By keeping in mind that our time is limited, we can avoid unnecessary overthinking and focus on what truly matters. Together, these 9 Stoic principles form a robust strategy for combating overthinking. They guide us to a more peaceful and productive mindset, where we can navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. Remember, as Marcus Aurelius said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Let's make them count.